There is nothing like being camera shy. The things that used to matter to me just didn't matter anymore. There's nobody coming to save me. You are all you've got and God is all you've got. A lot of things are way more easier than we make it seem. These are the things that we are focusing on instead of focusing on what could really go right. There is nothing stopping you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. We haven't done Get Ready With Me in a while now, so why not? So in this video I'm going to be talking about life in general, life for me lately, answering also one question that I was asked, which is how I was able to build confidence in front of the camera. I'm going to be talking all of that while I quickly get ready. This is supposed to be a Get Ready With Me for church, but I'm not going to lie for you people. I'm filming this after church, but we are okay. We'll be all right. Yeah, so let's proceed without further ado. I want to give a special shout out to Zell Hair. I'm sure my flash is not letting it show clearly, but I got this hair from Zell Hair. I'm going to be popping it on. This is how the package came. It came with everything inside of it. It came with wig cap and then a note and all this cute stuff inside the bag. So I'm going to be popping it on so that I'll be looking like a baby girl, because I'm not losing my sauce, you guys. Motherhood is not making me lose my sauce. So this is it. New hair. New hair makes me so happy, you guys. So this is what it looks like. So I can be looking like a human being. Look at babe now. Hey, don't lie. Is it not giving? Oh no, I love everything about it. So I'm just going to be doing a very quick makeup look. This is not like a makeup tutorial, just to look good because I want to film a couple of my contents today. So I'm going to prep my face, do my foundation off the camera, and I'll be right back. So guys, I'm back. I've done my foundation and brows behind the camera. You guys, if by now you do not have my brow pencil, the Chelsea brow pencil, you guys, look at them brows. I don't need to tell you, I'm wearing the shade dark brown. I'm doing the simplest makeup because I just wanted to do my brows, line my eyes, and then keep it moving with my, a bit of the lips. I'm sure that some people started following me at the time when I was already to an extent confident in front of the camera. It hasn't always been like this. I pretty much started being in front of the camera last year. And one of the things that people ask me, how come you've been in the industry for so many years and you just suddenly gained confidence? And I'm going to be telling you guys, to be in all honesty, how I was able to do that. I got to a point in my life where, to be honest, I just started looking at life from a totally different point of view, you guys. The things that used to matter to me just didn't matter anymore. The things that I used to pay so much attention to just were not making as much sense to me as they used to. So let me tell you guys, the first thing that happened to me was some years ago. I went through a very difficult period of my life where things were just not working out the way I had imagined or the way I had hoped. And I got to the point where it became so difficult to navigate through everything that I was going through. And I realized that in that moment, a lot of the things I used to pay a lot of attention to didn't matter anymore. I give you an instance. Before then, I used to be so obsessed with, oh, what would people say about me? So I'm just going to be doing my lips because that's the only thing left. I'm also using my Chelsea brow pencil to line my lips. That's pretty much what I've been doing of late. I'm not ready to be carrying too many things around. There's nothing as just having a brow pencil work as your lip liner and also as your brow pencil. Just make sure you don't roll up too much because that's how roll up pencils work generally. This is not really a Get Ready With Me because it's so difficult talking and doing my makeup at the same time. But most importantly, because I'm not really doing much today. I'm not wearing lashes. I'm not doing anything serious. So I got to a point where I totally understood that there's nobody coming to save me. And if nobody's coming to save you, it means that you are all you've got and God is all you've got. So at the end of the day, you realize that if you begin to change your mindset, if you begin to change the narrative that the devil has fed your mind with, you realize that a lot of things are way more easier than we make it seem. The devil will make you understand or make you feel like you're not good enough, or feed your mind with things like, oh yeah, if you do it now, what would that friend say about you? What would these people say about you? Nobody will comment, nobody will watch the video. And I got to the point where I realized that those were the devil's words, not God's words over my life. Because at the end of the day, it's not for you to figure out who is going to watch. It's not for you to figure out who is going to comment. It's not for you to figure out how far the video goes. Because a lot of times, these are the things that we are focusing on at the beginning instead of focusing on what could really go right. I feel like God allowed those difficult times in my life to come come, because if they didn't come, I wouldn't have been pushed to this person that I am today. The truth is that sometimes God would allow you to get to a certain point in your career, in your life, in whatever it is that you are facing, to let you know that, or rather to put you in a situation where you realize that there's nobody coming to save you. And in that moment, that becomes your turning point. For some people, it's best if you're able to learn it or get there the easy way by figuring it out yourself. For other people, they allow themselves get to the point where, which was my category, where there was no way out. I started realizing that God has actually given me the power to achieve more than the things that I'm giving myself credit for. I just asked God, I just needed to take this fear, this self-doubt away from me. I will never forget that day, the first time I turned on the camera to film myself. I felt like I was talking rubbish. I'm like, why is my nose big? Why is my mouth big? The truth is that those were the enemies, the devil's way of distracting me from the thing that God has called me to do. I feel like my confidence started the moment I understood that there was an assignment that God has placed on my life. So I was more focused on that assignment than the enemy's words. The enemy will tell you that you're not good enough. The enemy is the one that will feed your mind with all the negative things. And when I got to that moment, it was very difficult. I'm not coming here to come and tell you that, oh, I just jumped and then it just happened. No, it didn't just happen. It happened with a lot of efforts, a lot of prayers. I wanted it so badly. I just knew that the direction that I was going, or where God was leading me, it needed me to be in front of the camera. Whether educating people, whether filming YouTube tutorials, whatever the case may be, it needed me to be in front of the camera. And it was two things. Either I went with my doubts and my fears and my worries and all these negative things, or I gave God a chance. This will always be the only two options you have at whatever point you get in life. I told God, if this thing flops, it means we are flopping together, because I am with you on the journey. You are with me on the journey. I'm not in this all by myself. So if I get there and I realize that it doesn't work out, I realize that it's a horrible experience, I realize that no life is really positively affected by me being in front of the camera, then I've wasted my time. And I will never forget the first 1 week of me posting content, just randomly just filming myself as the spirit leads and just saying something that comes to my mind, maybe talking about business, how people can be better in their business or whatever, all those random things I post on Instagram. I would never forget the first few times I got DMs from people. Those are confidential, I cannot share. And people said things like, you have no idea how much you motivate me, you have no idea how much this video spoke to me, you have no idea how much this transformed my life. And I will never forget, I am a crybaby. I cried. I'm like, God, I see you. The summary of everything is that there is nothing like being camera shy. Nobody was born with the camera in their blood. Nobody was born with a camera tied to their vein. Every single person either had it naturally in them or had to build that confidence. There is nothing stopping you. God has given you everything you need to get to the next level of your life. For a lot of you watching this video, that next level is tied to you turning on that camera. No matter what you do, if you go front, go back, if you do not turn on that camera, you're going to keep going around in circles. For some of you, that may not be the case. But for a lot of people who are always asking questions about, I don't want to be camera shy, how do I gain confidence? It most likely means that there is something already that God has placed on your life. But the enemy will keep making you believe that you're not good enough. And that is what the enemy does. So at the end of the day, it's all up to you up until you get to that point in your life where you just know that it has to work or it has to work. There is no in between. That mindset has to change. The mindset of always having alternatives or always giving excuses has to change. You have to get to the point where you are all in. Like when you think about your life, you think about the things you want to do, all you want to see is you executing. There is no room to keep giving excuses, because what will happen is that 1 year later, you realize that you're exactly where you were 1 year ago. Or in the best case, you are just growing slowly. You just have to understand that there are two voices always that will be in your life. It's either you follow the voice of the enemy or you follow the voice of God, which eventually is the one and only true voice you need to guide you in your life. I chose the voice of God. And I kept on reminding myself each day that for whatever God has put in my heart, it's not for me to start trying to do his work for him. It's not for me to start trying to figure out how things are going to work out. It's for him to do his part and I do my part, and the results will always show itself. So I hope that this video has really blessed you guys. I hope you learned something from this video. This is not our usual video, but I needed to talk about this because I know that this would help 1 or 2 persons make up their mind or get to the point where they are more confident in themselves and just go for what they really want for their lives. I would definitely, by God's grace, see you guys next week in my video. And if by now you haven't already subscribed, please click that subscribe button, join the family, because I can guarantee you're going to love it here. Do not forget to smash that notification bell so that you are notified each time I upload a new video. And until then, I'm going to see you guys next week. Bye bye.